Hello, this is Mr. K's, and this is 23.5a. 23.5a. Last time we looked, we saw Napoleon finally defeated, and Europe collectively breathes a sigh of relief. Thank goodness that guy is gone. But now the question is, how do we stop this from ever happening again? Well, the answer is, Europe met together in a series of meetings that was supposed to last about 4 weeks. It ends up lasting about 8 months, in which these nations are going to talk over what was to be done. So the Congress of Vienna occurred in 1815, during the winter of 1815. And it was a series of meetings to talk over stability and peace. Stability and peace. Now, you actually have some members of nations coming to Austria, and others sent their prime ministers. Who we see prominently here at the Congress of Vienna is the ruler of Prussia, King Frederick William III. King Frederick William III. I don't know why I'm butchering William. King Frederick William III. He is a descendant of Frederick the Great. Number 2, Russia. You have Tsar Alexander I. Tsar Alexander I, the same Tsar that retreated deeper into Russia as Napoleon was knocking at the gates of Moscow. And then Austria, you have Emperor Francis I. Emperor Francis I. He is a descendant of the Habsburg family. He is a Habsburg, and his descendant is the great Maria Theresa. Now, dominating is the Prime Minister of Austria, not the Emperor, but the Prime Minister. His name is Clemens von Metternich. He's the Prime Minister of Austria, and he is going to dominate. He is agreeable to the men. He's a good negotiator. And he charms the ladies. You know, during the day they would meet, and then during the evening they brought their wives, so they would have fancy dress balls and banquets. So Clemens von Metternich is going to dominate. Now he has 3 goals. 3 goals. One is to restore the balance of power. The balance of power. What is that? It's where nations are even, or have an equal footing, the balance of power, so nobody's stronger than the other. Another one is to prevent future French aggression by strengthening surrounding nations. Prevent future French aggression by strengthening surrounding nations. And then the third goal is to restore Europe's royal families to the thrones. Restore Europe's royal families to the thrones. Because you got to understand, as Napoleon invades some nations, emperors are going to run. They're going to leave their countries and hide out. Now they're going to come back. All right, the containment of France. The containment of France. The Congress, to do this, the Congress made nations around France stronger. They made nations around France stronger. The Kingdom of the Netherlands is formed. The Kingdom of the Netherlands is formed. That's a nation right next to France. Number 2, the formation of the German Confederation. German Confederation. On the other side of France is Germany. They share a common border. So they're packing these nations around France with stronger nations. Switzerland was recognized as independent. Switzerland recognized as independent. They share a border with France. And then finally, Genoa, the Kingdom of Genoa, was added to the Kingdom of Sardinia. Genoa, the region of Genoa in Italy, was added to the Kingdom of Sardinia. They have a border with France. So what that does is packs France with these lands that are now going to be a little bit stronger. It's going to be difficult for the French to try to take over other lands. You see a balance of power now. France was kept intact. France did not lose land. They kept France was kept intact, and a balance of power was established in Europe. France was kept intact, and a balance of power was established in Europe. France was treated fairly. France was treated fairly. Why didn't they just take all of the lands of France and destroy France, and France is no longer a nation? Because they didn't want the French people to be angry and have a reason to rebel again. I think that was a smart thing to do. The aspect of legitimacy. Under this principle, rulers that were deposed or thrown out, deposed by Napoleon, were restored to power. Under this principle, rulers deposed by Napoleon were restored to power. Hey, come on back and rule your land. You are seen as the legitimate ruler. What's legitimacy? It's the hereditary right of a monarch to rule. Hereditary. H-E-R-E-D-I-T-A-R-Y. Most of these monarchs ruled legitimately as inheriting the throne from their parents. The Congress of Vienna was supposed to go 4 weeks, but it lasted 8 months. The Congress of Vienna ended on June 13th, 1815. And what we see is an age of peace created. An age of peace created. What's the legacy of the Congress of Vienna? Well, we will see that next time. But this is Mr. K's with 23.5a. See you down the road. Bye-bye.